Hey, how's it going, guys? Pie Muffin here. And today we're going to be talking about, it's kind of going to be a rant, not really a huge rant because I've kind of gotten over it as the episodes have gone by. But you've seen the title, you know what this is about. We're going to be talking about why Krillin's writing in the Tournament of Power was poorly executed. So let's just go back to how, even before this arc, so we got these two episodes. I believe it was 75 and 76 when Goku and Krillin, they went to the hallucination forest, that's what I'll call it for the sake of this, where Krillin was basically sent there to overcome his fears of all the times he's been defeated or any strong opponents he's had to deal with, the times he's died, to just kind of overcome his fear and wanting to be a martial artist again. So we got those two episodes. He regained his fighting spirit. We move forward. Then, about 7 episodes later, we're already knowing about the Tournament of Power. Goku has told Gohan, hey, we need Krillin for this. His kind of fighting style will be really useful in this tournament. So, they fly over to Krillin. They explain the situation to Krillin in 18. Cool. Krillin's back in. He's been training. He bought a weight room. I don't know why, because weights really shouldn't help him at this point. But regardless, Gohan's still a little bit skeptical. They have a little sparring match. Gohan sees Krillin's worth. Goku fights Krillin. Krillin gives him a little run for his money. And they realize that Krillin will be an asset for their team in the tournament. Moving forward, so that was episode 84. Then we go to episode 99, where Krillin gets wrung out. Now, I understand Krillin is one of the weaker characters on Universe 7's team, but just the way he was knocked out and the way he was built up just doesn't sit right with me. And maybe the manga will, write him better. But I just feel like they set him up like he was really going to come back to martial arts and really be impressive in this tournament. Especially with the fact that I know a lot of people always freak out about the fact that, for a split second he pushed back Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha. But, perfect key control and all that. Krillin just being tail whipped by Frost out of the arena and being done, that's it. That's all we're going to get from Krillin. And for all we know, after this tournament, Krillin may go back into retirement, because with the end of Z, he's not training again, him and Gohan. But now that I've kind of expressed what doesn't make sense about this, let's kind of go into what I feel like should have happened or how he should have been written. Now, Android 18 has been written really well in this arc. I thought she was going to be the first ones out just because in all of Super, she hasn't had any focus on her. And even building up to the tournament, she didn't fight Goku, she didn't fight anybody. But she's gotten a significant amount of knockouts before she got knocked out. And she made it to I believe there were 12 minutes left when she got knocked out. So she survived 36 out of the 48 minutes of the Tournament of Power, the strongest, 80 fighters in these 8 universes. Not the whole multiverse, because for all we know, those other 4 universes have crazy fighters. But yeah, the way I would have liked it, and I know Android 18 fans may not like this, but I feel like their roles should have been reversed. And honestly, just the way they set up Krillin for this tournament, I feel like maybe even further than he should have stayed further than the androids, honestly. I've constantly had this thought in my head, I feel like the final 5 that should still be in right now should just be Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Krillin, and Frieza. Just because, yeah, Piccolo's strong, but they didn't build him up in this tournament too much. 17, it's cool to have him back, but him and 18 could have gone out together, in a very serious way. And just kind of the dynamic they had, because in episode 84, when Gohan was done training with Krillin and Krillin mollywopped him, Krillin was saying, with your strength and my smarts, and experience, we can overcome anything. So instead of it being Gohan and 17 fighting Toppo, I feel like it would have been much better written if Gohan and Krillin were the ones fighting Toppo. And I know Krillin is much weaker than any of these remaining fighters, but the whole premise of this Tournament of Power was experience and smarts over brawn. And I know, you got Goku and Vegeta, who are extremely strong, but they're very straightforward, kind of like Master Roshi was saying. And that was Master Roshi's whole thing as well, was that he was using a lot of tactics to get his opponents out. He pretended to be fully perverted to get that one girl out. He was very smart using the Mafuba to get the second chick out from Universe 4. And then he also had to use his smarts and a little bit of brawn to defeat the third guy. But moving back to Krillin, Krillin really didn't get to showcase any of his experience and knowledge. He did a little bit. He helped 18 defeat one fighter, and then he defeated a fighter on his own by, throwing his shoe. That was smart. He could tell his opponent had much stronger senses in hearing, smell, and everything else other than his sight. So that was a smart move on his part. But writing him to get super overconfident and just get swept under his feet, especially when 18 was standing right behind him, how did she not see Frost come up from behind? But that's irrelevant, headcanon that however you want to. But honestly, Krillin should not have been knocked out that early. Maybe I'm going a bit overboard saying he should be one of the final 5 for Universe 7 right now to fight the Pride Troopers. But I feel like he should have at least made it further than Ten Shinhan and Master Roshi. Because the way they set up Krillin was much more set up than Roshi and Ten Shinhan. So the fact that he went out before them just really didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I guess how I would paint the picture for how, I don't know how this would have played out, but how I would like to see it is, just kind of in my head is, Goku and Vegeta fight Jiren, Gohan and Krillin would have fought Toppo, and then Frieza, Dispo. And then they would have done something where, Krillin would have sacrificed himself to let Gohan take them both out in kind of a situation like that. And by that, Krillin would have earned his keep, and a lot of people would have been impressed if he made it that far. And I just feel like, I don't know what they're going to do in the future with Krillin's character, but since he has come back to martial arts, maybe he'll feel some kind of guilt for how bad he did in this tournament, and it'll push him to train even further. Maybe he'll, even go in the hyperbolic time chamber to make himself stronger, or maybe he'll ask Whis to train him. Because we know with the end of Z, Goku's going to go off with Oob, and Vegeta's going to do whatever. So maybe that'll be a thing we'll see in the future. But anyways, guys, post your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of Krillin's performance. What would you have liked to see different? Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I will see you all next time.